Welcome everyone to a fascinating and extraordinary journey into the hidden treasures of American coinage, where everyday money transforms into stories of immense history and unimaginable value. Today we will uncover the mystery of the Liberty Lincoln 1 cent from the year 1991 with the Denver Mint, mark a coin that most people would walk past without a thought, yet in the world of numismatics it has become a subject of enormous attention and astonishing worth. Imagine a small copper-plated zinc coin that in ordinary life represents just a single cent, but in the rarest of conditions and with certain unusual qualities is said to carry a market value as high as $112 million. This is the story of the 1991 Liberty 1 cent, a story where rarity, condition, minting errors, and the spirit of history combine to create something truly priceless. To begin, let us place ourselves in the year 1991. America was standing at the end of the Cold War. Technology was rapidly advancing and a new generation was stepping into the future with optimism and change. In pockets and purses across the nation, the Lincoln cent was still the smallest and most widely recognized coin of the United States. Since 1909, Abraham Lincoln's portrait had graced the obverse of the cent, designed originally by Victor David Brenner to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth. By 1991, the reverse of the cent carried the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959, a design that placed Lincoln not only on the front but also inside the monument depicted on the back, making this coin one of the few in history to honor the same figure on both sides. The Denver Mint, marked by the letter D beneath the date, was a powerhouse of production in 1991, striking hundreds of millions of cents to meet the demands of commerce. At first glance, the 1991 Lincoln cent seems utterly ordinary, struck on the standard copper-plated zinc planchet weighing 2.5 grams. Yet, as any seasoned collector will tell you, within mountains of common coins lie tiny numbers of exceptional survivors that stand apart and rise to greatness. The first factor in its value is condition. The overwhelming majority of 1991 cents entered circulation rubbing against other coins, tumbling through cash registers and wearing down in everyday use. They developed scratches, spots, dulling, and discoloration. But a very small number were set aside at the moment of striking, never touched by circulation, never scraped or damaged, and preserved in flawless or nearly flawless condition. These are the coins that grading services describe as mint state, with blazing red luster, razor-sharp strike details in Lincoln's hair and beard, and immaculate surfaces free from even the tiniest blemish. In such condition, the 1991 cent begins to move from pocket change to collectible treasure. The second factor is rarity of errors and varieties. The minting process is complex and even the most precise machinery can sometimes falter. In 1991, certain dimes and cents were struck with double dies where letters or numbers show clear duplication. Some cents from Denver have been found with off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, or with broad strikes where the rim expands abnormally. There are also cases of cents struck on foreign or wrong planchets, producing coins that are lighter or heavier than normal, or even with a different metallic color. For the sharp-eyed collector, these errors transform a normal coin into a discovery of immense value. The third factor is the market itself. Coin collecting is not just about metal but about passion, history, and competition. When a coin of extraordinary rarity surfaces, wealthy collectors may bid beyond logic to secure it. Auction houses have witnessed incredible battles over coins that seemed ordinary until condition, rarity, and demand turned them into million-dollar legends. For the 1991 cent, rumors and reports of flawless survivors and dramatic minting errors have pushed interest to fever pitch. In theoretical market terms, a single perfect or one-of-a-kind specimen can reach astronomical sums, and it is within this sphere of competition and rarity that valuations as high as $112 million are discussed. Now imagine holding such a coin. The year reads 1991. The D mint mark gleams. Lincoln's profile stands proud with crisp hairlines and sharp cheek contours. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial shows every step, every column in perfect relief, and a subtle cartwheel of red luster spins across the surface as you tilt it under the light. Not a single nick, spot, or mark disturbs the fields. To the untrained eye, it is just a penny. To the numismatist, it is a masterpiece of survival, a 1 in a billion treasure. The story of the 1991 Lincoln cent also carries deeper meaning. Lincoln's image on the coin reminds us of a leader who preserved the Union, ended slavery, and guided a nation through its most perilous time. Every cent bearing his face is a reminder of endurance and unity. The Denver Mint in 1991, producing vast numbers of these coins, was in its own way contributing to that legacy, striking billions of symbols of liberty and commerce. The fact that within those billions lie a few rare examples of such extraordinary value makes the story even more compelling. For collectors today, the advice is simple. Do not overlook the common cent. Examine every coin with care. Look for strong luster, perfect strike, and the tiniest doubling or off-center anomaly. Weigh the coin if you suspect a planchet error. Use a magnifier to study the letters in liberty, the date, the motto "In God We Trust." Search for split serifs, notched letters, or unusual spacing. Place coins carefully in protective holders, avoid cleaning them, and when you believe you have found something exceptional, consult professional grading services. What may appear as a simple coin could very well be a treasure that brings not only financial reward but also a sense of discovery that few ever experience. The market for coins continues to evolve, and the Lincoln cent remains one of the most beloved series in American numismatics. Generations have grown up with it, generations have collected it, and generations to come will continue to marvel at its history. The 1991 Liberty 1 cent, in its rarest forms, stands as proof that greatness can hide in the smallest places. It tells us that value is not always measured by size or weight but by rarity, condition, and the human desire to hold a piece of history in our hands. So when we say that the Liberty 1 cent from 1991 with the Denver Mint mark is worth a lot of money, even up to $112 million in its rarest and most exceptional state, we are acknowledging more than just a number. We are acknowledging a story of preservation, error, rarity, and passion. We are acknowledging that even in the most common of coins lies the possibility of greatness. As you finish this journey, remember to check your coins carefully, because treasures are still out there. Perhaps one day in an old jar, a roll from the bank, or a forgotten drawer, you might find a 1991 cent that changes everything. That is the beauty of numismatics, and that is the enduring legacy of the Lincoln cent.